everyone. I'm Treasure and I'm so excited. You all are now tuned into Treasure Talk. This is a project that has been long overdue. And today, on this first episode, what I really want to do is just kind of catch you up on where I've been, what's been happening with me for the past year or so, how this project has completely came into fruition, and also some background on it. So if you know me, you know that Treasure Talk has always been something that I've been incredibly passionate about. I started this back in college, and basically it was something that I really wanted to do. It was a platform for me to kind of highlight myself and also give other people the opportunity to highlight, their products, their services, their story, most importantly. I wanted to create something to be able to inspire people and also, inspire myself to keep going, be a role model, for my sisters or other, young girls at the time. But anyway, it's something that I've been incredibly passionate about. So when I first moved to Florida, I was doing it a little bit, but at the same time, I wasn't making any money. It was not something that I was able to invest in at the time, especially because I wasn't able to really monetize off of it at the time. But things have changed. So it just feels so good to be able to finally be doing what I'm passionate about, or just in relaunching this project. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm going to be very transparent with you all, let you know my journey and how we've gotten here. So yeah, stay tuned. So, all right, not fast forward, rewind. I started my career in here in Tampa, graduated from college. In college, my major was broadcast communication, and then I minored in Spanish. So something that I was really passionate about was being on TV, being in front of a camera, having my own talk show. That was just kind of a far-fetched dream job of mine. And that's essentially what I went to school for. But after graduating, starting my career here in Tampa, I worked for one of the biggest media networks in the country, and it really kind of changed the trajectory of my career. That was a time period where I thought I wanted to work in corporate America. I thought that was at that time, that's what I wanted to do. My dreams were to drive up that corporate ladder, and it ultimately led to me kind of stepping away from what I really wanted to do, which was, be on TV or host my series, Treasure Talk. So I kind of got caught up in all that. I worked with that company for a few years, and I learned so much. I'm so thankful for my experiences there. But, I learned that I learned a lot of skills. I learned all about digital marketing, sales, digital advertising. I was doing something completely new from what I had been doing in the past, but I didn't realize this isn't really, I loved it at the time, but again, it kind of got me to step away from my real passions at the time. So basically I worked there for a few years. I ended up getting an amazing job opportunity to work. A lot of people may not know this, but I got an amazing job opportunity to work for a production company in LA. And that was definitely a time in my life where I really learned resilience for the first time. So basically I got the job offer. It was pretty as close to a dream job as you can get for me at that period, at that point in my life. And basically it was either the same day or the day after putting in my 2-week notice to my job, they called back and rescinded the offer. Basically said that they lost a huge client, took a big budget cut, whatever, and I would have gotten laid off my first day. And this was in LA. I was planning to move across the country, start my job there, and I had just quit my job in Tampa, at a great company, whatever. A lot of people don't know this, but I quit the job, And I was stuck, and I really felt like, damn, like if I wasn't a strong person, this could have really messed me up. Like this could have really knocked me off. I had essentially just lost my job, my salary, everything. And I had to kind of pick up the pieces and decide what to do. So initially I decided, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just go back to my boss. And like I did, hopefully she may see this, but I went back to her and I was just like, I changed my mind. Like I had a change of heart. I want to keep working here. I love my job, whatever. Even though I knew the truth and what had really happened. And at that time, like I was in a weird space with the company. It was just weird. But ultimately I decided, you know what, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to keep this job. I'm not going to go back, whatever. So at the time I had no job. And I wasn't used to that. Like I said, I had my mind set on being successful in corporate America, working for a good company, having a good salary, you know, doing all these things that I thought were signs of a successful person. So to go from that to like losing all that was very scary. So it was during that transition period that, you know, bills don't stop. You know, I live in Florida. At the time I was living in a luxury apartment, so I had to figure things out. And during that kind of limbo, I got a job. I'm pretty sure it was like pyramid scheme, very sketchy, weird, like one of the worst experiences of my life. Like I worked there for a few months. Was literally standing in Walmart stores 12, 13 hours a day, like selling Spectrum. Like it was so sketchy, but I ended up leaving that because it was just so bad. But then I started an opportunity in an industry that I had never worked in before. I had never served. I had never worked in hospitality, and I like started a job in nightlife, like in entertainment, and I had never done that before. But I can honestly say I learned so much in that space. I did bottle service, and I feel like that's where, like in that period of my life, I feel like I learned so much about myself. And it was amazing. Like people, like my clients and stuff knew that, like they literally knew. They were like, you know, you don't fit in here. What are you doing here? But I was amazing at what I did. Like you can go back to that club and ask any of the owners, the managers, like I was the shit at what I did. It just wasn't me. But I'm so thankful for that opportunity. I feel like I met so many wonderful people, a wonderful network of women, just people in general. It was just an amazing opportunity. But very thankful for it, you know, aside from the amazing money, the fast money, but just being able to meet those people and learn about myself. I was able to land a job at another marketing company. It was probably, you know, one of my biggest roles. You know, was a leadership role, good salary, good benefits, but it still wasn't speaking to me. This isn't what I wanted to do. But then COVID hit. I ended up, you know, like that was a mess. I ended up losing my job due to COVID. And then I got the surprise of a life. Like I found out that I was pregnant. So that in itself was a very eye-opening experience for me, because I'm the type of person, whatever I do, I want to be the best at it. I want to give 110%. So just imagine like going from, you know, this young, single, working woman, I was able to just kind of do what I wanted to do, jump up. If I wanted to work 5 jobs, I could, to like now becoming a mother, preparing to become a mother, one of the most important roles, you know, anybody could have. So it was a crazy time for me, a big transition, but I am so thankful. You know, my baby is like the most important thing to me in this world. Like I'm so happy to have her, and I can say like that, like having her, and it was just such a crazy time because like I said, I didn't have a job. I found out I was pregnant, so I spent most of my pregnancy trying to secure a job, because it was so important for me to be a good mother and be able to provide for my child on my own. that was just something that was huge for me. So I ended up landing a really good career opportunity at 20 weeks pregnant, which is crazy. And it went great. Like, it was perfect for what I wanted for that time. Like, I was able to make a lot of money while I was pregnant. I was able to learn a lot that kind of went into like what I do now. It was a wonderful experience, but ultimately after giving birth to my baby, I realized like, this is not for me. Like, corporate America, like it's just not for me. I want the freedom. I want to be able to work for myself. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to be able to inspire people. I want to be able to raise my own daughter. Like, I don't want to put her in daycare. I want to have my baby 24/7. And after actually having her, because y'all, like I was looking at daycare academies, doing all these things that like when I had her, I realized like, I'm not doing this. Like, I want to be at home with my baby. I want to be able to take control over my life, have freedom. So that's what I'm going to do. So whenever my baby was about, because I think I was on maternity leave for like 12 weeks, I made the decision that I'm not going to go back to work. And this was also like at the peak of COVID. So everything was crazy. You know, at the time I had a few clients. I hadn't really officially started my business, but I had a few clients, but I didn't have a lot. But I would say that time in my life was so important for me because I had a lot of people around me that loved me, and, you know, they were telling me, you know, Treasure, you know, you do not need to quit your job. Like, and it's only because they were looking out for my best interest. Like, but I say that to say, when it comes down to your career, your dreams, your goals, you just have to do it. You just ultimately have to make that decision for yourself. Only you know what you can do. Only you know what you're capable of. Because if you listen to other people, like, I just think back and think, like, what if I would have never left my job and wouldn't have started my business? I'd literally be making mediocre money and not even able to spend time with my child. Compared to now, like, I have so much freedom. I'm able to make as much money as I want to make, and I'm able to do whatever I want to do at any point. Like, and I love it. Like, it's all about the freedom for me. So yeah, having my baby is what prompted me to start my business, Treasure Talk Network, where I started offering marketing services, social media management, content creation, branding services, project management. And it was amazing. Like, I basically took everything that I had learned from corporate America. That's why I am thankful. And started doing it for myself. And it was incredible. Like, I would say within the first month, I was making double what I made working a job. And it, like, I had never experienced that before. And it was just crazy to think, like, I could have been doing this myself. I mean, it only just continued to go up, go up, go up. And I absolutely love it. But I would say that's what really prompted me. And now, like, to sit here a year later and basically, due to the expansion and growth of my business, I'm now able to offer this project, Treasure Talk, which is a series. I'm so excited. So I just hope that you all, you know, found something in this that inspires you, and that you do tune in. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be sitting down with some wonderful people, sharing some wonderful stories, and most importantly, like, inspiring people to go after what they want. Like, I'm all about that, especially when it comes to mothers, like, just people in general. Like, if you're on the edge, if you're thinking like, man, you know, I want to go out, I want to do this, but, you know, you're afraid of leaving the cliche, you know, corporate job, making good money, making excellent money, but just know, like, there's so much more that you can do. I'll be the person to tell you that. So be sure to tune in this season to Treasure Talk. I'm so excited. And yeah, stay tuned.